Juan-o's world.
My baby mama trippin', she been going through my phone. Tired of me cheating, I can't leave these hoes alone. Hella pics, hella tips on my cash app. It's like hold up a minute. What up though, y'all? How y'all living? Welcome you to another episode of Juan-o's world. How your new year going? You know, mine started off, I ain't gonna complain. You know, step by step, one day at a time. What I realized is a lot of things that came to my attention last year. Some of them things and people I'm just gonna have to leave in last year. Now I know cutting things off are not as always as easy as it may be, as you said, you know, but some of them things that cut you off in a heartbeat. It ain't tit for tat, but it got to be about what's good and what's right for y'all, and that kind of coincides with this video I seen here earlier, which was Jim Jones speaking to his disagreement or his displeasure with say Camron, you know what I'm saying, and their situation as the diplomats. So let's check this out and see what Jim Jones had to say, man. He said a couple of
This is gonna
things.
be your way out of this hell we living in, which was Harlem. You dig?
Yeah.
At the time, out of the hood, out of the projects. You have to play your position and shut the fuck up and do your job as a complete soldier and make sure nothing happened on your watch. And that's all you could do. And can't nobody hold nothing against you for that. And that's what I chose to do. And
So you seen this shit before it happened, is what you tell, like everything.
it started with Mase. He didn't do the right thing.
That's the one question I wanted to ask you. I'm a little bit too young to understand. Like I just was able to able to.
This be a little hard because everybody say one guy ain't do the right thing, but then you get further in the story and it's like nobody did the right thing, or who knew what the right thing to do was. Or did you take sometimes you could take doing the right thing for granted because you don't think the gravy train gonna end. So it's like, let me get all me and then I got y'all because we got this.
Like a team,
I watched Mase shit on Cam and everybody around him.
Wow.
A bitch like all the time. You heard? Like I was there the whole time, but I was Cam's man.
Mase kind of admitted this too. Everybody know Mase had it super bummy. So when he got money, which is most people that didn't have shit, that really, because it's like we poor, but you poorer than us poor people. That happens.
Yeah. You heard? Cam and Mase were so-called best friends, grew up together, and RP Huddy. Like I was there for everything. That's one thing that people can't never say is that I wasn't there for every single thing.
What was your problem with Mase? Like, how did that all happen? Because that was Cam, man, like you said.
Cam enemies were my enemies. Anybody Cam didn't like, I didn't like. And I already see how he was handling Cam, so I definitely didn't like him. You dig? And then I seen how much love Cam had for him and how Cam was jumping out the window for him, which a friend should and shit like that. Like, being overprotective, making sure nothing happened. Like,
when you come into these situations, it's about what do anybody have to offer. I'm not excusing none of that because I obviously treat people a little bit differently, but I can't tell you that it's been beneficial to me to treat. It has not. It has not been beneficial. So I understand both sides, but I can tell you the other way don't work either. And niggas gonna still be unhappy, or bitches, or white people, or your Arabs, or your Asians, whoever, motherfuckers, period, in general, gonna still be unhappy.
He was trying his best to make sure that Mase stayed as safe as possible, but Mase had got that money and lost his motherfucking mind as he's supposed to, man. He grew up in a kid that doesn't have what most of us had. He was probably more or less fortunate than most of us. Didn't have the sneakers, didn't have all that shit coming up. So him having the first bit of success out of all of us and really get into a bag, he just went crazy like most people do and shit like that. Shit, I had my times where I went crazy with that bag, just be too much. You dig? But the people I loved, I still love them today. You know what I mean? The people that I consider to be the ones that's gonna help me in this journey, I still love them today, and we still have great relationships and shit like that. It ain't got nothing to do with Cam and them and shit like that. We all have our own group of people that help us along with this journey and shit like that.
So now that you see Cam and Mase together having their own show, how did that shit make you feel?
If you know you made them same mistakes though, Jimmy, how you gonna hate the nigga Mase?
When you seen them come together after everything that you did?
I seen crazier shit happen. I know brothers that shot brothers and shit like that. So for friends to get back after a world of whatever they went through, it's not surprising to me and shit like that. But I see they don't talk about the days of being shit on. You heard? They don't talk about
why would they?
That separated them and shit like that. So it's fine. But kudos to them, man. They got a dope show. Who am I to hate on what they got going on, man? I hope they make $1 trillion.
What's the craziest shit you've seen?
Man, I almost made a joke, but I ain't even gonna do that. Shout out to Jimmy, because somebody was on a big platform and they was asked about me and they went straight into hater mode. I'm talking about mentioning Juan-o. They almost popped. I think the nigga had a heart attack. Low key. You know what I'm saying? But that was tasteful. I respect the Jones for that.
Mase do the Cam, I was just like, yo, I can't believe these niggas could even get back cool after some shit like that. I
won't say nothing crazy, but I say some funny shit that I seen happen. I seen Mase fire his brother, kick him out the limo in the middle of the highway and shit like that. You heard? His old brother. That nigga's vicious. But he coming back off the road for, I think, a bunch of tours and shit like that. Get off the plane. And Mase got the brand new Mercedes drop burgundy, pull up to the airport. Skirt, the car dealer bringing that shit outside the airport. 2-door joint, brand new stickers on that bitch. That nigga going crazy, right? Joking and shit like that with Cam and shit. That nigga jumped in the shit by himself with skirt off. I said, yeah, this nigga.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, what you expect, nigga? 2-door? Well, I don't know. I might have let my man's rap, but then, like I say, that shit don't always go over as appreciated as you may think. And then sometimes you ain't never had shit. Having it to yourself is kind of important. You got your niggas what you eating. You got them getting opportunity. I mean, and you got them being seen. Sometimes I be wondering, like, what do people expect?
Nigga is a different type of animal. This nigga don't care about nothing. Word up. Nah, then he had us on the road with him. Because this was Cam started doing the hype man for him, and then we started doing some tour. I would be hyping Cam, so now I come out. So now he got us hyping both of them.
Look at his face. Even though shit ain't go good, you can still tell them was good times. And that's what people got to remember, man. We get so caught up in how we feel about one or two things. We forget, like, man, you know, it might have been 1,500 days worth of good times. And you let 5 or 6 of them ruin your whole outlook.
Nigga had us doing dance moves, like coordinated dance moves on the speaker and shit like that. I never forget this shit, like matching outfits, coordinated dance moves, like what show? Or Cam bust out that shit, like we ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck all these niggas, man. Fuck everybody, man. Kill one of these niggas. That was the last time we seen them until it is what it is. You heard?
Even a Cam right now, he just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we have.
For the record, niggas chose to dance because they could have said no. They could have said no.
Like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page. Right. So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right?
Pause. Damn, Jimmy boy. I can't hate him. I can't hate Jim. I never been a Camron fan, but I'm not a Camron hater. I never been a Mase fan either, believe it or not. So I guess in this situation, I would have to say I probably like Jimmy boy the most. But from the outside looking in, if all three of y'all done did the same shit, you know, and it's clear Cam is supreme asshole. So I get it. I get everybody.
Niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard? Both of them. Pause though. Get off my dirt. There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Come on, man. Tugging on my shit like that.
Yeah, you never clear shit up, and we never hear your side of the story. Cam was like, I thought we could pull it together. Next thing I know, I see Jim performing with
that nigga ain't think nothing. He could pull nothing together. He couldn't do nothing with me. He couldn't tell me nothing, nigga. Like, let's not get this shit twisted. Like, nigga, nobody could tell me nothing, nigga. I was my own boss. I did what I did as a fucking soldier because I was a soldier, nigga. You heard?
Now that's where it get funny at. Now I ain't negating what he's saying, but if that's how you carrying it, then how can you in turn expect anyone to do anything for you extra? Or even what they say, because you your own boss. That means if you your own boss and we sitting at the table together, the same way I'm getting mine, you better be getting yours. Or are you not your own boss and it's on me to get it for you? Because that's the responsibility of a boss to get that money for you. A boss guarantee you gonna eat. No more, no less.
I had the soldiers. Niggas didn't tell me nothing. You heard? I did what I wanted to do. I seen the shit wasn't going right, so I started doing what Jim Jones needed to do for Jim Jones. Because the nigga that was supposed to be the Don wasn't taking care of the Capo.
Half of that statement I fucking love. He said he saw what wasn't, and he started doing what he had to do for Jim Jones. That's really all he should have said. But I can't tell a man how to, you know, because obviously you tell that nigga Jim Jones, he seemed like the type of dude to wear a heart on his sleeve. Got a lot of feelings about this situation. I can understand. Yeah, I can understand. But fellas, kids, everybody out there in TV land, I don't give a fuck what your relationship is with somebody until they have physically shown you that it's important to them. You get your just due. Then don't depend on them to do that, because there are some people in this world where their moral compass won't allow, no matter how they feel, it won't allow people around them to not get their just due. Everybody get their just desserts. But, you know, that might only be like 15% of the people in the world. So if somebody making sure you getting something, that's one thing. But if they ain't, because like the way Jimmy explained it, Cam didn't even know all the money they could have been getting off of the production or out of the budget. So if he didn't know all the money he could have been pulling, how could you expect him to teach it to you? The same way him and Mase got into it over that video shoot where Mase was trying to tell him how to rob the budget. But hey.
Started feeling like the Gotti movie, you heard?
But what was the point where you realized I'm gonna have to do what the fuck I gotta do? Because this shit.
I mean,
there was definitely the last straw.
There's nothing in my memory like, yo, that was the last straw, but it was just the sequence of the way things was going, and it came to a point where I had to worry about who Jim Jones was moving forward. Then I was worried about anybody else because nobody else was worried about me. I got to a point where I became famous too.
Right.
It was a point.
Hey, that's why niggas fuck with Jimmy, but he's so honest. He can't really. And that shit be on his face and his voice. He can't really downplay, but I feel him.
All the famous people know me. Then after that, it was like, shit, I'm just as famous as all the famous people.
Facts.
I can't do what I used to do for you.
Facts.
You heard?
That happens.
Somebody got to do that for me right now because I'm super lit. You heard? But I put my life on the line for all of the shit, and you know, and everybody knew that. But niggas wasn't doing the same thing in return.
What's something that stands out to you though, when you realize niggas really wasn't for you? I know you say you've been seeing it, but there's a moment, bro. Like, you know,
when you start to feel like
somebody,
when you start to feel like somebody want to see you do good, but not as good as them, you're like, oh yeah, I know what this move is about. You heard? Everybody don't got the mind of a real leader.
Facts. And it's hard to know. Sometimes it's hard to notice until it's too late that somebody want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. It's more like a perception thing. They can't see you the same when they looking at your back. they can't see you the same when they looking up to you. So it feels different, and they scared of that. They don't know if you're gonna have the same flaws that they did when you had to look at them like that. That's what that shit really boiled down to. So they try and pull you down or pull you back.
Who reached out to who when you went out to perform? Because
I had Ballin'. I had the hottest record at the time. My record was hotter than 50's records at the time when Ballin' spanked out and shit like that.
You may not believe this, but he right. He right.
When Cam did this shit with calling the station up over the cot shit and all that shit, I felt that was childish. That wasn't like, you don't press no real buttons, and you're not about to come outside when it's time to really get active, nigga. So how dare you do some weak shit like that really didn't hold no merit? Like, you start going crazy over Koch, over a white man that been jerking us since we got signed there, and whatever backdoor did.
Whoa. Now, public perception that y'all been given is that y'all did great business at Koch, and y'all had a fair deal. Oh man.
Years you had with them serves you more advantageous than it served me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, so when that shit went on, I was like, that was kind of weak. That was corny, because at that time, there was no real beef. We was just the most powerful groups of individuals that's running New York at the same time. So in my mind, I was like, it's more advantageous for us to try to figure out how to start to move and do tours and really go crazy and figure out, because that we were sizzling, but this nigga was on Mars, nigga. These niggas wasn't doing regular shit. These niggas was doing fucking arenas every night. We doing clubs every night. We got the city and the urban communities on fire and shit like that. In my mind, I see an opportunity for us to really start. You heard? Like, we had all the power and shit like that. My mind ran different and shit like that. So when he did that, I'm like, damn, I fucked all that up. You heard? And then it was like, now you want to start a beef with these niggas over what the?
So you never understood why he started beef with them?
Nah, I didn't understand that. I heard what the nigga said, oh, Koch was a graveyard and all that type of shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that type of shit. You heard? Like, and then really hit me. I was on fire at that time. I don't care about what you say and shit like that. We on an independent label getting stupid though. Like, we did shit that nobody did in the game. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, that shit was whack. I don't like how this shit is going. I got to start really doing shit that's going to benefit me, because niggas will seem like you won't want to see nobody else win.
Damn. I remember when that shit happened. He just gave a different perspective.
Hey, what's up, Alan? Hey, Angie, thanks for all your support and everything.
What about me, Alan?
What's that?
What about me?
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing good.
You want to talk? You want to be in the air? That's like an artist?
Hey, yeah, you know what? Just because I've been just hearing a lot of negativity, and, Koch Records, we distribute Diplomat Records, and,
Yeah, well, Diplomats are cool, but put Cam on the phone.
Diplomat Records, and we pay them.
Put Camron on the phone.
And,
Put Camron on the phone.
Hang on.
Hold on a second. Hello?
Cam, what's up, baby?
50, what up, baby?
Everything good.
I just want to step in because I heard you could shut things down over here, and I just want to make sure what's going on. They owe me some things over here. I just want to see what's going on. You can shut down Diplomat projects.
I'm not talking about Diplomats. Cam, you really want that?
Nah, that's what I was asking. Can you do it? That's what I'm asking.
What I'm saying to you is, listen, let me explain something to you.
Because I was looking at it totally different, but I get that.
And I need to win. I got to win in spirit. So, you heard? I didn't put all this work in for nothing.
Fact.
You dig? I didn't teach myself how to rap for nothing. I didn't jump.
Now, hold on, Jim Jones, nigga. You said Mase taught you how to rap.
How was it working with Mase?
Well, Mase actually showed me. He was the first person to show me how to rap. That's how I learned how to rap. Actually, it was Mase sitting down and
How did he teach you how to rap?
Don't steal it from him. Be fair. Don't make me go find the clip, nigga.
I'm on this game to be famous for nothing. I need to capitalize and be just as famous as the most famous, most successful rich person in this game also. I'm now in the game.
I still got to know, like, how did that work? You performing? Like,
they call me like, yo, you want to come out and perform at the show? Shit, yeah. I got the hottest record. I'm popping out. Wow. And I wish nigga would look at me sideways, think they're going to do anything funny. I'm with all of that. We'll boom this shit up. It'll be nasty in New York. That's how I was living back then. That's what I was on. I wasn't on nobody's friendship. I was in there like a pirate. What's up? What's up? That's how I was. You dig? Like, hope everybody be calm because y'all know this shit gonna go way left real quick.
I can't disagree with him, but I think I remember a little bit more emotional about the crew not being the crew. Maybe it was after this point. But come on, Jimmy. We wouldn't have saw y'all on Versus if it wasn't for you. You know you care about the camaraderie, bro. Like, come on.
You dig? I'm here for what I need out this shit.
Right.
Is that crowd to hear me do balling and let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so it wasn't no deep thought. Like, this is like, nigga, it's an opportunity. I gotta go.
Yeah, I was going there to do nothing genuine, but at all. Them niggas couldn't even dress. But he had a platform for me to perform on in front of thousands of people in New York. Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm popping out.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Speaking about not knowing how to dress, the nigga named Lil Yachty.
That's when we cut this shit short. I hear where Capo coming from, man. I can't tell you the man's wrong. Him expressing himself, he didn't seem to kick too much mud, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes we remember how we felt or how we feel about it more so than what actually happened. And that's not to discredit his memory or none of that. But he did say Mase helped him and taught him how to rap. That was the only credit he was willing to give Mase. So he can't just take that away from him now, man. And the shit with Cam, I guess I could kind of see that. But Jones know he made some of them same mistakes too, which is why the artists that he got later, he tried to do a little bit different with. But he ended up spoiling them. And sadly, they died in the hood. It's a tough balance. What do you tell a nigga? So Jim Jones himself has seen it both ways. He saw it when he let the business let him take advantage of an artist, and then he saw it where he put money in the artist's pocket before they earned it. He's seen it both ways with artists that was great. So I don't know. This is a good interview, man. Y'all check it out. Shout out to Justin LeBoy, respectfully. Don't strike my video, and we out this bitch. Welcome to Juan-o's world.